Hey, this is Castle of Castle Does, and I have some new updates on Project Stray. Now, the first thing to keep in mind is that Project Stray is just its code name right now. I can't really call it Project Stray because there's another game coming out called Strafe. In fact, there was even a game with the same exact name that I worked on in secrecy, a couple of years ago that was by the same name. I can't call it Strafe, but I can't call it Stray. It's too close to Strafe. But anyway, I have a bunch of updates on different tasks. I've been actually kind of burning the midnight oil on these things, so I've got a whole bunch of stuff done and in functional shape right now, and I can show it off. Time to show it off. Okay, alright, so the first thing you'll notice is that the player 2 health bar and energy bar are both full. That is because they are both actually hooked up to this guy right here, which means it's going to be very easy for me to hook it up to another player because now I have all of that sort of infrastructure set up, and it'll be pretty straightforward to actually get that working. There's the mega energy over there. Now I have energy pickups as well. So these are the shards, and now everything about these things is placeholder at the moment. I'll put together some meshes soon. I don't like the way these things are white and like they kind of blend in with the background, and they need to look a little bit more obvious to see. But on top of that, we got, and that's the shards. And you see how they fill up my energy a little bit? My energy is my movement, my ability to do super jumps. It drains it pretty quickly, so I'm gonna need more energy, right? Well, here's the medium energy, and I can go and grab more shards. Now the level will have shards kind of like placed all over the level. I mean, you're not really, these things are going to be more about just like running the map and getting to these bigger ones. Now the mega takes 30 seconds to spawn as soon as the round begins, and then once it's on and once it's down, it can provide the hugest boost of energy to anyone who manages to grab it first. And it has a 30-second or a 45-second respawn after initial spawn. And man, I'm all full. So the pistol, I can go through the weapon damages now. The pistol is sort of like a universal, like it does pretty decent damage at all ranges. It's very consistent. You have to pull the trigger every single time you want to fire it, so you can do real fast, like that. But its damage is lower than the other guns on average. It really depends on which pistol you have equipped. I don't have the other pistol hooked up yet, so I can't show you that one. But that one's going to be like a Magnum or a Deagle. A Deagle. So we got. So you see right now is actually what it would look like when you're fighting another player and how much damage you're going to be doing to that other player. So it really brings in that sort of fighting game style thing where you're watching the other person's energy bar go down, and the guns don't do that much damage. That's one of the reasons why I don't think this spread is really going to play that much of a role in luck. It's more about just consistency in damage at different ranges. Now the pistol is fairly accurate, so it's consistent at pretty much all ranges, except it starts to fall off a little bit at long range. You might, yeah, like if you're not right on the ball, you may miss a little bit. Now if you notice in the upper left side of the screen, that those numbers are how much damage I did each time. Now 3 damage each time, and the target has 1,000 health. You gotta remember this guy right here, he has full energy, and energy acts as armor. So you're seeing a 50% damage reduction on his weapon, on all damage that he's taking. So with that said, let's see what the shotgun does at close range. Ooh, really nasty. Hits really hard. So you're looking at what, like 7 to 8 to 9 damage per pellet. And it actually says the DPS and everything like that once you... My DPS meter is a little bit weird because it counts the seconds. It counts like 10 seconds after it last took damage, so the DPS is not accurate. But so that's the shotgun at close range. So what's the shotgun like at longer range? Well, you'll notice that immediately its damage falls off. Instead of 7 to 8 to 9, it's doing 4 to 5, 3. It's doing way less damage. And another thing too is that the pellets from the shotgun move slower than the the bullets from a sniper rifle or an assault rifle. So you see, there's actually like a delay. So you really can't use the shotgun at longer ranges, but man, up close it does fucking massive damage. It's probably the most damaging gun close range. Well, the SMG works a little bit differently. The SMG does massive amounts of damage up close and at a sort of close to medium range. It's consistent up to this point, but then starts to fall off immediately after that. So you'll see it's like 7. The SMG is the highest DPS weapon category in the game. Like, it really may depend on the type of SMG that you pick, but overall, slot number 2 is meant to be like Shaft from Quake, or the lightning gun. Basically, in fact, I actually want to have a lightning gun. I want to actually make that an option. Like, you can pick between an SMG or a lightning gun, and I balanced them out. But SMG stays about damaging at this range as well. Pretty consistent, but then the cone of fire prevents it from being quite as good once you start to get a little bit longer than that. You notice that I'm missing like most of my shots now. So at this range, you're going to want an assault rifle. Now, the assault rifle works the same way as the SMG. Oh, one thing about the SMG is that the shotgun is extremely efficient on energy usage, whereas the SMG drains your energy a lot. So even in the case of being up close, you probably still want to use a shotgun instead of an SMG because of the amount of energy that gets drained when you fire. So the assault rifle stays consistent all the way up to this, but it has basically the same works exactly the same way as the SMG does. It does really good damage at all of these ranges, but stays consistent up to this, and its energy usage makes it something that you want to tend to, use it at this range. I mean, if you have the shotgun or the SMG, it's probably better choices. This is just supposed to be like a really steady flow of damage that is just really consistent. Seven damage per bullet. Now, the rocket launcher is the same way. The rocket launcher is meant to be sort of like a utilitarian, sort of all-purpose. Everybody understands the rocket launcher, you know? I suck at aiming. Now there's a fall off with the spread. There's a fall off with splash damage. But the rocket launcher is generally going to do good damage at all ranges. It's a rocket launcher. It doesn't do the highest. Like it won't. Whoa, the fuck. Yeah, that DPS. Oh, okay. There's a floating point. I didn't see the 3 and point. I didn't see the floating point value. I thought I did some massive amounts of. Okay. Anyway, it's really consistent damage that you can deal out, just like you can in Quake. That's kind of the point of it. Although you'll also be able to pick weapons in this slot, like a heavy machine gun, minigun, and things like that. So the rocket launcher can actually be something that you decide that's what you want to use. And the heavy damage slot is a number 5 slot. So number 6 is the sniper rifle. Now, you'll notice that if I'm up close, this is going to be generally true with all sniper style weapons, they do pitiful damage at close range. And I know that may not make that much sense, but bear with me in terms of gameplay here. At long range, this will look like a sniper scope when you zoom in. Now we're talking, right? And as closer you get, the lower that value gets. So you really want to be at optimal range in order to use these things. You really actually want to do make sure that you're consistently far away. Now, the railgun. See, this is a scoped sniper rifle. The railgun will work differently. The railgun actually behaves where you can do consistent damage at closer range, and it doesn't fall off. It doesn't fall off quite as much, but it does fall off. You still want to use your other weapons at closer ranges like this, but the railgun will work the same. Will have the same sort of behaviors. And maybe there'll be a type of ammo that you can pick that has like a lower base damage, but is consistent at all ranges and stuff like that. I'll allow that kind of stuff. I wanna do that kind of like choices for the player, but maximum damage for the weapon 6 archetype is going to be, you have to be at long range in order to actually deal the most damage possible. And last but not least is your offhand grenade. So you have two weapons when you first newly spawn. Weapon slot 1, which is pistol with a pistol slot, and you have offhand grenades as well as melee. I haven't hooked up a melee yet. I will really soon though. It's pretty straightforward. But you have sort of an offhand grenade. Now the default offhand grenade is a high cost, high damage, slow rate of fire grenade, but I want to have different types of grenades, like, you know, ones that you can kind of sprinkle around a little bit more, like the Quake grenade launcher or something like that. But this is more like your Call of Duty style grenade. And now it doesn't look like it did a whole lot of damage. You're probably thinking, well, grenades usually kill me in one hit. This isn't that kind of game. Like, you can't just throw grenades and get kills. In all of the game modes in this, you're going to be working your opponent down and by exploiting weaknesses and ranges. And you're not going to be getting lucky headshots in this game. It's all about maneuvering around the level and you know, working your opponent down. So with that said, these things are still going to be really great for kind of preventing people from going to certain areas, or just eking out that little extra bit of energy every once in a while. Because I can have any gun I want equipped while I'm... See, I mean... 1 point of damage! 1 point of doing 1 point of damage at this range. But, ooh, yeah, now that's what I'm talking about. So... and this is exactly the kind of thing, like, I kind of want to see people going back and forth and, like, throwing grenades and, like, and then somebody pull, like, a crazy move where he, like, jumps through the air to get a jump on you to get to Mega. It's gonna be like when the match first starts, it's gonna be like, round 1, fight! And then, like, you and the other guy immediately just start running, grabbing stuff, and, like, when you grab one of the weapon slots, it has, like, you have that weapon for 20 seconds, 20-30 seconds, and it doesn't respawn for 20-30 seconds. So, like, the first thing you'll be thinking, okay, this guy's got really good sniper skills, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run and grab the sniper and prevent him from getting me. Like, bam, there's, like, so much strategy right from the fucking get-go. Like, the weapon that you decide to grab first is going to be the one that he can't use, and it's just going to be going back and forth, constantly watching to see like which weapon becomes available, and you don't have the weapon for good. You have to make sure that you keep moving around the map to prevent the other guy from not only from having it, but also just so that you can continue using it. All right, I'm good now. Woohoo! Got all this. Oh god. Okay, doesn't have that much of a spread. Things are really bouncy. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Okay. Thank you for watching. If you want to see more, click like and subscribe. Also, I'm going to try and not to be so distracted by this. I've actually been working my butt off on Subnautica and stuff like that. I've been recording it, but I'm planning on doing like a really big, long video that shows all the stuff that I've been doing for a while, rather than having like a whole bunch of short ones. Well, anyway, if you want to see more, click like, subscribe. See you again. Enjoy. Hope you enjoyed. The evil that satisfies your The evil that satisfies your